All right, welcome everybody. I hope everybody's had a good week since the last time I saw you guys. I am really excited about tonight. I'm going to be playing with one that I've kind of put off for a while called Menagerie Mix-Up, just because there were so many stamps in the stamp set and so many dies. So we're going to take a good look at that tonight. But before I get started, my name is Julie Brown. I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. And I make cards. I love making cards. I do it as a business, but I also obviously send them out. I also scrapbook. See my shirt? It's got the Dr. Seuss, but it says, I will scrapbook all the time. Yay! Hi, Shanine. So glad you're here tonight. So anyway, if you are new with me tonight, please, on the comments, if you have any questions, or if you'd just like to tell me you're here, just go ahead and type in that you're here. I would love to hear from you. I do take a little bit of time right at the beginning, just for what I call housekeeping. So let me go ahead and take care of that, and then we will get started. So for those of you who have not placed an order this month and are going to place an order, please use this hostess code. This is the hostess code for October. And if you're in my monthly group, remember you do need to use the hostess code. But if you are not in my monthly group and you are spending over $150, do not put the hostess code in because you will get your own hostess rewards. You can order at juliebrown.stampinup.net. You can contact me at juliescreativestampin@gmail.com, or of course just type in a comment here and I will get in touch with you. And then please make sure you check out my Pinterest and my blog. Now, I usually put this up a little bit later onto my YouTube channel. So if you're watching it on my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button below. That way, anytime I put up a new video, then you will be able to see it. I normally put these on my Facebook business page first, and then I transfer them to my YouTube channel. So let's get started. I'm so excited about this one tonight. So let's look at what we're going to be working with. It is the Menagerie Mix-Up bundle. And if you do have a mini catalog, it is on page 67 of the catalog. So I haven't played with this one because there are 35 stamps in this stamp set. It is huge. And the reason is because you're making animals. So what I did to speed this up a little bit tonight was I went ahead and I made some animals. And this isn't all the animals you can make. These are just the ones that I thought of to make. And then it has dies. And these dies cut out almost everything except like the little faces and the eyes. But it pretty much cuts out every single thing, every single stamp that you can stamp out. So let's take a look at what the pieces look like just so you know, I actually cut all my pieces out tonight, but you can just use the stamp set and you can make these really fun animals with just using the stamps as well, but I'm not doing that tonight. So this is my little bag of pieces. And I'm going to, if I can find it, where is my silicone mat? It has disappeared. It is missing in action. Oh, I found it. I'm going to bring this in just so you guys can see it. I had so much fun playing with this set. And I am going to make a couple cards, but I just kind of want to show you. So what I did was I stamped all these pieces first. And then, so you have like the heads, and when you cut the heads out, they look like this. And then you can put in your, let me get this a little bit closer so you guys can see, bring this down. Then you can bring in, and stamp in, and this, like there's one stamp that does the eyes, one that does the nose. And then there's this body, and you can see I've got a bunch of these already cut out. And then this is another face, and I don't have the nose on that one. But I've just cut a bunch of these out. just so you can see that we've got like 2 separate bodies and all of these heads. And so that's kind of where you start. And then you start creating your little creatures as you start doing this. And you can see they have the upside down eyes, the eyes that are right side up. They have just dots that are eyes. Hey, Mel. So anyway, it's just a really fun set. So what I did was, I've been playing with this one, and so I actually made up some animals. And the first set of animals that I'm going to show you is if you stamp them and color them in. Because this die set also allows you to let me show you really quick. There's some of these pieces that are like solid, so you can cut them out just out of cardstock, so you don't have to stamp at all. So let's look at some of the little creatures that I made. And again, I want to show you, these are just the ones I came up with. Okay, so I made a little lamb. Isn't she cute? And so you can see where I did the ears. Again, you stamp them, cut them out. And then this little piece up here. And then I made a little bull. And I did a little pig. And you can see I colored all these in with Stampin' Blends. And I did a little beaver. Isn't he cute? And I did a koala. So yay. And I did a little mouse. I'm going to have to go out. Whoops, wrong way. Going to have to go out so you can see all these. And this can either be a kitty cat or a fox. And then I did a little rabbit, and I just kind of made him so that he's what we used to call when I used to show rabbits is he's a broken rabbit, which means he's white and another color. And then I combined the elephant by using some of the elements that you just cut out with cardstock. Okay, but guys, look how cute this is. And then I got to thinking, so if I took this guy and I turned him upside down and I got rid of the tail, he could actually be a bat hanging upside down. Wouldn't that be fun for Halloween? So he could actually be a little bat. Yeah. So anyway, these are the ones that I just did. Oh, and I did some of these I've already added because I'm going to use them on my card. I did a reindeer. Yeah, I know, Flora, tons of possibilities. And then this is another little bear. So I want to show you something that's really cool. So it has this die, and it's this die right here. So once that you color them, and I'll show you with this, then you set that die and you run it back through, and it opens up these hands. So, hey, Carol, it opens up the hands so that you can stick things through their little hands. So there's that one. And then I already did the little present on the bear. And then I want to show you, because one of the things that's in here is a balloon. And I colored this balloon to match this lamb. And see how, because that die cuts out their little hands, then you can just add that balloon to the little lamb. Guys, isn't this cute? I'm so in love with this set. And like I said, the possibilities are endless. Okay, so yeah, so there's a die that actually cuts this so that you can stick this in. Okay, so this is all of the ones that I colored. Now, like I said, you can also use these dies and just cut out solid pieces of cardstock and also make animals. And so I'm going to show you the ones that I made with that. Let me just kind of set these guys out here just so you can keep looking at all the possibilities. So much fun. So much fun. Oh, I guess I need to bring it out a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, so much fun. And I didn't put all the tails on because I would have put one of a tail like this on the elephant. Okay, so now wait till you see these. So this is the reindeer that I made. Oh, let me get my lights up, sorry. this is the reindeer that I made with just cutting out cardstock. I did stamp the head, and I'm going to bring this in again. Maybe. If it lets me. Oh my gosh, come on. Okay. Okay, so there's and then you can see it has this little scarf, and it has these little hands. So I want to show you that. So this right here is what cuts out the arms on that. So there's a reindeer that isn't stamped, that is just cut out of paper. And then I did a little polar bear that is also just cut out. And then all the eyes and the nose and the mouth are also part of the dies. It's this die right here. And then what I did for his ear was I cut out the big ears and then the smaller ears. And the way that the ears work, let me show you. So I don't know if you can kind of see on this. So the ears actually cut out as one piece. So when you flip it over, you just attach it to the back, and it gives you, like, you can put glue right here. All right. So again, these are just doing it with the paper. And then I came up with, actually I saw this online, and it was a penguin. So look at my little penguin. Okay, and you can see the cute little hat that cuts out. It's part of the die set. And I used the heart for the nose. And then this is the ear. So these ears are the same as these ears. Or I guess you can't see that. Let me see if I can get you guys back out now. So the arms here are these ears right here, but they're just cut out with the die. And then there's a little flower. Let me see if I can grab the flower, because I did color a bunch of these. Just, oh, here's where you can see what these are the horns. That's what they look like when you stamp them and cut them out. And then there's the little heart. And then there's a flower. Let me see if I can get it out of my... And what I did was I just cut out two flowers, and then I just cut it off at this edge right here. And that's what I made the feet out of for the penguin. And then he's holding a little present. So fun, huh? So the first thing I wanted to do tonight was just show you how many animals you can get out of this set. It's insane how many there are. And I've seen a little lamb that they've done the lamb where they do like little ears coming up this way that looks just as cute. But this little piece I was showing you, so I had her holding the balloon, and you can add the flower as well, because of that one little die that cuts those arms. You know, or you can just stick without cutting it. So let's say I wanted to bring this guy in, and then he could be holding a little heart right there. So these would be really cute for Valentine's Day, because there's flowers. It can be spring, obviously Christmas. If you make this into a bat, hang it upside down and make it into a bat, we could have Halloween, obviously Easter with the rabbits. You know, springtime. I mean, guys, look at the possibilities. African safari. You know what? I think about this. Think about taking this and going all the way around and making a lion. You could make a lion if you use this as the lion's mane. So tons of possibilities, right? Okay, so I know I'm really excited. So I'm going to put together a couple of cards that I've cut most of the pieces out. I'm going to be using these 3 on one card, and then I'm going to be using my little deer with the and this is part of it too, this candy cane, because we're going to do some Christmas cards tonight with these guys. All right, so I hope you guys could see how fun this set is. And I'm not going to lie, it takes some time. But, you know, one of the things I would do, kind of like what you saw me do here, is you know, if there's a night where maybe you're just sitting and kind of watching TV with your husband, bring in your die cutting machine, stamp a bunch of these, and just stamp a bunch of this stuff out so you have all of these little pieces, and then you're ready to sit and color and put them together. So fun, fun, fun set. Okay, so let's work on our first card. And I haven't made the card yet. I have a plan in my head, so hopefully it's going to work out. And so for this card, I'm using the Thick Whisper White, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then you need a piece of Cherry Cobbler that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is the 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper. And this is 4 by 2 3/4. And then you need a strip that is a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4. And then these obviously were a little bit bigger, but I don't know if you guys have seen the postage stamp punch. That's this right here. And so I use this to stamp out 2 and 1. And so probably you would want to start out with a piece that is like 1.5 by 2 1/4. And I did crumb cake and shaded spruce. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is kind of put this front piece together because I am going to do some embossing up here. And it will get loud. I apologize. But let's get this together first and let's see what kind of cards we can make with these fun little creatures. So everybody tell me, you got to see the little animals. Which one was your favorite? So which animal did you like the best? I just want to see what everybody likes. We'll play a little pick your favorite animal. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with some of this. This has become like my favorite ribbon. It's the Snowflake Splendor ribbon, and I think I like it because it just kind of, see how it kind of turns a little bit green when you use it. It kind of, because of this metallic color that it is, it tends to take on the color of the paper that you're using. So I'm really liking this ribbon a lot. Oh, the penguin, I know. The reindeer, yay. Thanks for playing, Mel and Shanine. I'm glad you guys are playing along. So you guys have got to pick an animal. Which one did you like the best? So the penguin, the way I did the penguin, this was made out of that little body that the hands stick out. And I just cut off the hands to make him. So yeah. Penguins are just cute anyway. Flora, you like the reindeer and the lamb? Yay! You guys will like all of them when you start seeing what I do with them on cards. Okay. So, I'm going to need this for now because I'm going to do some embossing up here. And, oh, you know what? I don't think I picked out, I was so busy playing that I don't think I picked out my stamp set for the, what I wanted to put on the front. So bear with me 1 second while I grab a stamp set. Oh, goodness. Definitely should have done that first. Okay, we'll do this one. So it's from the Tag Buffet because I want this Merry Christmas on the front of this one. If it's, oh, this might be a little too big. No, I think it, yeah. So actually I'm going to put 'Tis the Season instead. Because my idea for this one is I'm going to have something over here on the left. So let's get me some of this out. We're going to bring in my embossing buddy and just lightly touch that. Let me grab my Versamark and we're going to get this card put together. Like I said, I did most of this work ahead of time because I was having so much fun playing with these little animals. see if I can get this to be straight. I don't know if that's straight or not. I didn't get up over it, but oh, it doesn't look bad. So I think we're okay. All right, so I'm going to bring in white embossing powder. And then we're going to heat this up, and then this card will go together actually pretty quick after that. So for those of you that, I think most of you on here have done the heat embossing. So I just want to get some of this. That you always have to make sure you move that tray and cover your little container, because I have been known to blow my embossing powder all over the place. So let me just start this, and sorry, it's going to get a little bit loud. And we'll get moving on with this. It's always best to heat these heat guns up a little bit. And then hopefully you guys will see, I mean, I know you guys have all done this, but what you're looking for when you're doing this is it will actually change colors as it, and I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen, how it's changing from a matte finish to a glossy finish. Oh, I really like this font from this stamp set. All right. So I think I got that on there pretty good. All right. So now let me bring in, I was using my big Scotch thing for the, whoops. I was using my scrapbooking tape runner right there at the beginning, and it doesn't seem to hold as well as the Stampin' Up. So I'm going to switch to this one when I'm using ribbon and stuff. The Stampin' Up, the Stampin' Seal seems to be a little bit stronger, and it tends to hold the ribbon in place a little bit better. All right, so now we're just going to pop this on the front of this. All right, so we're going to set that there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with these little Post-it notes, and I'm just going to kind of stick them there and there. And I don't think I want to pop those up because I want to pop my deer up. So I think we're just going to keep this down. So we're going to set this one over here. Like I said, I'm just kind of going with the flow tonight. I cut the pieces out with an idea in my head. So you guys are actually getting to see me think in action because I have not made this card in advance. A lot of the times I will make them in advance so I know how they look, what they look like, to make sure I like them. So tonight we're just winging it. So we'll have to see. I just thought this would be cute together. Okay, so then I want to bring in my reindeer, and my reindeer I do want to pop up. So let me get my, and I'm probably going to need the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm all out on that one. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I forgot to clean that. Definitely want to get that Versamark off of there pretty quick because it's pretty sticky. All right. And we're just going to pop this little guy up. And I haven't glued this in place. And I don't think I need to if I'm going to use my pop-ups because I can put a dimensional right here and then make sure that that gets kind of put where I want it. And we'll get each of his ears, and then I think just right here at the base of the horns for the reindeer. So then let's turn him over. And you can see this candy cane is moving, so I'm going to be careful. Now you could glue it in place on the front before you put the turn it over to put the dimensionals. So I'm going to turn it back over, and then I'm going to kind of get my candy cane where I want it. And then we're going to bring our little deer in, and I want his ear to be on this piece here. And then I'm going to move that. All right, that's for now. Let me just do a quick, I'm just going to use a little piece, scrap piece of paper here. Again, because I really didn't sit down and do a lot of design ahead of time. We're just going to do it simple for the inside and use our scraps to decorate. And then let's see. So it says, "'Tis the season." Oh, I like this. It says, "May the good times of today become the cherished memories of tomorrow." Oh, I like this. I haven't used this stamp set yet, so I'm liking what it says. So let's pull this big one off. And I'm going to need my bigger block here. And let's see, I think I'll do it in, I think I'll do it in cherry cobbler, even though that will stain my, as you guys know, anytime you use the reds with the polymer stamps, it usually stays on pretty good. So let's just do this. See if I can get this lined up. I hope so, because this is a big saying here. Probably should be using my Stamparatus. Yay! It came out! All right, so there's that card. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to bring in some of these wonderful gems. And we're going to stick a couple of these wonderful gems on this little Post-it note over here. I can't remember if the Take a Pic tool works, because these are kind of glittery. And it will just make it fun. So maybe stick one there, and one there, and one there. There. All right, so what do you guys think? Isn't that such a cute card? So like I said, if you make a bunch of these up ahead of time, these cards go together so quickly. How fun, huh? So another thought that I just had is, you know, that you saw the shape of that one head, so the shape of this head here, that's kind of like a mutant ninja turtle. So you could probably make a turtle, a mutant ninja turtle out of this too. Just saying. As you can see, my brain's just going on overtime here, playing with these little creatures. So how fun. All right, so I hope you guys like the first card. So yeah, that one came out pretty cute. I like it. Okay, so the second card, I was actually inspired by a picture that was in the catalog. And I wanted to do that because in my class last month, we used the Have a Hoot stamp set. And after I had made my card, I was looking at, they've got a die in there that makes tags. And I wanted to, I was showing everybody how you could make windows on the front of a card. So we're going to do that in my next card. So let's move this stuff. All right, on to the next card. So the next card, I used a shaded spruce base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And you need a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm using this designer series paper. And of course that's for the base here, just a quick design. And so let me show you what I did. So this Have a Hoot, remember the Pick a Hoot dies? It has these that actually punch out tags. And I told you guys, you could lay this on a piece of designer series paper and make windows. And that's what I did. So I laid it on this paper and I made the windows. And I'm going to show you, I did tags as well, but I laid this and there's the windows. How cute. Okay. So we have to kind of do a two-step process here. Again, haven't really done this in real time. So what I want to do is we're going to do some embossing again, but this time I'm going to take a pencil and I'm just going to draw some lines so that I know where my sentiment needs to be. Okay, so I'm going to draw those lines. And you know what? Let me make sure I got this actually straight on my page first. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I'm going to backtrack here just a bit. But see how those make really cute windows? And that's the Have a Hoot die. And these are supposed to be tags. And like I said, I'm going to show you the tags because I did make some tags with my little animals. Okay, so there we go. Did a little bit better. So I don't know if you can see that, but it just gives you kind of the outline. And then I'm going to bring in my embossing buddy and tap, tap, tap. And this time I'm going to use the Itty Bitty Christmas because I want it to say from our house to yours. So I'm going to bring in this one. And do this with Versamark. So this is how my thought process works. I understood what you said, Brenda. So Brenda sent in a comment that says drinking cute, and I think she meant, I knew she meant stinking cute, and so she's putting back in there stinking cute. But drinking cute's good too. Okay, so we're going to line this up. Stamp that down. Oh, I can see I got that not so straight, but we're going to go with it just because. All right, and then I'm going to bring back in my little tray and back in my white embossing powder. And we're going to emboss that. Ooh, almost knocked that over. That would not have been fun to clean up. Okay, so sorry for the noise, but we're going to heat this one. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get all this out of the way, or you would have seen a cloud of white. I know I don't drink. But I still thought it was funny when I saw you say drinking cute. All right. You can see I got it kind of cockeyed a little bit. All right, so let's bring this in. And we're going to heat this one up. And you want to make sure that you really see it change from the matte to the shiny. And I think it's already done. But let me just get it kind of under the light. And you can touch it a little bit. I don't suggest that all the time. And then I'm going to come in with my eraser and erase the lines that I put there. All right, so now I'm going to come back in with this piece and I'm going to pop this piece up. But I'm going to use the bigger dimensionals this time because I want to have some good structure on this. especially kind of around where the windows are. But I'm also going to hit, you know, the 4 corners. You guys don't usually see me use this many dimensionals, but because we've got some openings, you kind of want to make sure those openings are going to be supported. Oh, that's kind of tight. I don't usually like to put them to where they're that close to the sides. And then I think maybe one down here, okay? And I do want one in the middle here. Again, because I just want it structurally to be strong. All right. So let me just pull this up. Got to get all these little pieces off the top. That's probably what takes the longest with Stampin' Dimensionals when we're playing with those. Okay, so now I'm going to have to be a little bit careful because I want to make sure that I get that saying centered in that section there. Okay, so isn't that cute so far? It's got the little window. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and I am going to put, and I don't know how I'm going to attach these yet. We're going to, oh gosh, I didn't even think about the dimensionals blocking my way. See, these are things you have to think out ahead of time. But I think it's going to be okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue at the bottom and then put a little bit of glue at the top. We're going to use the liquid glue. And that's how we're going to attach these guys. I'm not going to use dimensionals. Oh, and I think, you know what? I think this actually went past the top, yeah, so I need the glue on his head. See, these are the things I try to work out before you guys see me try to put things together. So now it looks like I'm drinking, huh, Brenda? Okay, so we're going to pop him in there. And then with the little penguin, same thing. We're just going to put some down here and then on his hat. And we're going to stick him in the window here, right next to the bear. All right. And then we're going to come in with our polar bear, and let me see if he'll even fit with all the dimensionals that I put in here. Oh yeah, he'll fit just like that. Okay. So we can put this here and a little bit of glue right there on his ears. And we'll pop him in right there. Whoops. Okay, let me set that to the side really quick. And then we're just going to put this on the bottom edge. I thought that From Our House to Yours would work as a really cute one. All right. And again, this was shown in the book. So if you go to that page, this is shown in the book. I just used different paper and different critters to put in here. So this was not my idea. I had seen it in the, I had seen it in on the same page as the Have a Hoot, and then I saw it again on this page, and I thought, I'm going to do it this time. Okay, so it says From Our House to Yours, and I think I'm going to use this Lots of Love at Christmas. I think that'll be a fun one to bring in for this. And again, I think we'll just use, I think actually this is real red this time. So we're going to bring in, I don't think I cleaned that. I'm getting behind on my cleaning tonight. It's because I keep putting these back over there. Don't do what I'm doing. Make sure you clean those really good when you're using Versamark, because they will tend to be a little sticky if you don't. All right, so let's bring this down here. There we go. Lots of love at Christmas. I think that's a really fun one if you're sending things, like, even if you were going to put like a family photo on the inside, this would be a really cute card for that as well. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is the little tags that once you do this, it cuts out little tags for you. And I'm going to show you how cute these little animals are on tags. Okay. So we're going to put this here. So don't leave yet. Okay. So what do you guys think of that card? From our house to yours. And see how fun that die set is? It makes those little windows. And how cute are these animals on this one? Okay, so this was one that I stamped and colored in. And then this was one that I just used the dies to cut out a bunch of shapes. So those are those two cards. Fun! Fun, fun, fun. Okay. So, I already put one of the little tags together. So, this is the tag that it punched out. And I just did a little polar bear on the front. Right? So easy, because basically it's all white. And I just used Stampin' Blends for the cheeks. But I was thinking, if I have some here that's working, bring in some Wink of Stella on this one. And let's make him shiny, because, you know, he's up in the polar. And if you bring in the Wink of Stella and just add Wink of Stella, and the little feet are actually the nose. So I wanted to point that out because, so this is what it looks like if you just use the heads. And then this is actually the nose for the pig. And I just made it into the paws. So I don't know if you can see the shiny. See if I can get it to where you can. I don't think it's going to show. But anyway, when you add the Wink of Stella, it looks cute. And then you would just add a little ribbon. And you've got a little tag that you can put on a Christmas gift. Okay, so for the next one, I think I have it. Oh, I just did all the pieces. And so again, this is the other tag, and it cuts out a third tag too, but that was a smaller tag. It's right here. And it has a little dot. So I can use this as a tag and decorate it maybe with some of this, like maybe even like the little hat, and put a little hat on there. But, you know, but that would give me 3 Christmas tags. Okay, so here's all the little pieces. This way I can show you how I put it together. And you guys can see that. This is going to be a deer, and these are some of the ears that I cut down to be his little paws. So it looks like, again, we're just doing the head. Trying to see which way I want the paws. I think it's the other way. All right. So I'm just going to use a little liquid glue. And we're going to stick one paw right there. And the other paw. And I just colored in with the basic black Stampin' Blends. Okay, so there's the 2 paws. And then see how what's kind of cool is, so when you cut out like the antlers, it has this little bottom piece. And so you just have to put glue right here. These things are so easy to build. And then you just take it and stick it on the top of the head like that. And then same thing with the ears. It has this little tiny piece right at the end that when you die cut it out, it gives you a spot to put your glue or even a glue dot to stick the ear on. And I put way more glue than I needed. Okay, so there's like the deer head. See how quick that goes together? And then we can just take this little guy and again, there's things that you can add. I'm just trying to show you really quick how when you use that tag cutout from the Pika Hoot dies, that it gives you tags that you're also going to have. All right. And then I think I want this to be a little girl. So I'm going to bring in a really thin black, and I'm going to give her some eyelashes. Because she's going to be a girl. And then I'm going to come in with my a white gel pen and do the little dots for the eyes. All right, so there's my little girl deer. Yay! And there's another Christmas tag. All right, so I know that was kind of quick tonight because I did a lot of the prep work, but I just wanted to show you how much fun this set is. And I'm going to try to bring everything back in just so you can get a look at all the animals, all the little pieces, because this is such a fun set. And, you know, if you ever have and look how cute, you could have done the bear there as well. And like I said, if you ever have time where you're just kind of sitting and watching TV, and you can cut a lot of these little pieces out ahead of time and get to work with making some animals and putting some cards together. And so I'm going to put the little balloon back in our little lamb over here. So I hope you guys love these cards. I'm in love with them. I'm in love with this set. I knew it was going to take me like days to play with this set because you know, when you've got 35 stamps in a set, you know that it's going to take a while to create. And oh, and I did want to show you this too. One of the dies I didn't use was this one, and that's what that looks like. It's a really pretty flower or leaf. And like I said, look at the, I mean, that's what this cuts out the hat, this cuts out the package, the hearts, this is what cuts the arms. And then all of these are what cuts out the ears and the faces and the body and the tails. And then these are like the more solid pieces. This section over here is like if you're cutting out the like this one with just the cardstock. But 35 stamps in this set. And then let's see how many dies. 36 dies with this set. And tons of fun, right? To create. How much fun is this set? And then don't forget, this is that Pika Hoot die. I mean, if nothing else, guys, this die set is worth getting it just to cut out this front and make yourself some cards with little windows that you can stick things in, especially if you're going to get the Menagerie Mix-Up. And then there's another stamp set in there that is I think it's called Freezin' Fun. We're going to be using that one in our Christmas card class, but it also has a lot of really fun little characters that would be fun to put into something like this. Yay! Right? Oh, and don't forget, this is that extra little, and like I said, you could come in and you could put you could put the little hat with the scarf. I think I have a scarf that I didn't color in. I don't know. Yeah, so you could put like a hat and a scarf on that one and then have that little tag as well. And that one you could actually write to and from on there. So I hope you enjoyed this tonight. I know it didn't take as long as I normally do, but I wanted to show you the possibilities of this set because it's just such a fun set. So anyway, as usual, I appreciate you guys being on with me tonight, and continue with the comments and let me know what you guys think of this set. It was one of the sets that I wasn't sure that I wanted, because I just knew it was going to take a while to stamp this stuff together, but it really doesn't take as long as it looks. Once you get everything cut out, the animals go together really quickly. And so, you know, then you have a bunch set aside. So yeah, great. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. And yeah, Flora, it's, so many possibilities with this stamp set. I am just like I said, I just thought about doing the lion. I just thought about making one a Ninja Turtle. And I'm going to have to work on that and see how that works out. But the more I look at it, the more animals that I come up with to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and do like the upside down fox or cat and see if I can make it look like a bat. Because I think that would be really fun for a Halloween card. So I'll be continuing to play, and I can post those maybe on the Stampin' Up group for you guys later to see some of the stuff that I came up with. But anyway, thanks for being here tonight, and everybody have a great rest of the evening and a great rest of your week. I will not be on Saturday because I will not be here. But I will be on next Tuesday with another great stamp set. So I hope everybody enjoyed this, and continue to follow me and like all of my pages because that's what gets me out there so that everybody can see what I'm doing. And I appreciate you guys so much. Everybody have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.